Want to be a part of the revival? Get your exclusive merch now. Shop our online store and show your hometown spirit.
Hey guys, my name is Brad Clay, and I am the director and also one of the executive producers of Cal's Hometown Revival. And we wanted to take a little behind the scenes. We're going to do this with each one of the coming episodes where we do a little bit of a behind the scenes look at some of the things we couldn't cram into all the episodes. But I am joined by Cal herself. We've got Calina with us, and then also next to her is Adam Carter, who is also executive producer and editor of the show. And so we wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about how Cal's Hometown Revival came about. And it started by us becoming friends. Mm-hmm. And I would say, and Adam, my best friend in the world, Adam would testify to this. I am not an art guy.
No. No. Brad is a hunting, gun shooting, bow hunting, sports loving, Sooner football loving, burly man of a man. And I would not imagine him sitting there sequestering his soul with art. That just does not sound like a Brad Clay kind of activity.
There was a lot of pink in that mural that you liked, too.
I know. And so how this all really came about, how our production company, we have produced a TV show for a long time. It was an outdoor program, hunting, fishing program. We've done
producing.
Yeah, still producing, called Final Descent Outdoors. And we did that we've done that for 14 seasons. And so we had experience doing television, working with networks and airing on the Pursuit channel. We also aired on Wild TV in Canada, and so we've been in a lot of different places with our show, and just no networks. And so, but our media company, which is Full Strip Media, our largest probably clientele are actually municipalities.
We spend a lot of time in municipalities. Specifically, we've been spending a lot of time in rural municipalities.
Yeah.
Being with these small communities, helping them out, trying to build their economic development, helping them highlight what makes their community and their town special. And so,
yeah, and by that we're talking about creating content that they're able to have these really great videos that are about quality of life, their industrial park, like why you should move your family and a business and open a business community. That's kind of what we did. And so Coleman, Texas had us come, and I remember we pulled into Coleman, Texas, and we're going to do some stuff for their economic development, and we park in front of this mural. And I was captivated by it. I got out of the truck, Adam's getting the gear, and he's like, man, Brad's being a jerk. He's not helping me unload any of the gear. What is going on? I stood in front of this mural for probably 4 minutes, and I was just like, who did this? It was, and then when I found out that it's spray paint, I was blown away. I can't draw a stick figure. People are like, oh, okay,
Fancy that. Didn't see that one coming.
Exactly. It's not my strong suit. I'm not an art guy. I played a mean tuba in 8th grade, if that counts as art.
Does not count as art.
And the only reason that I did that was because I was the only kid big enough to carry it to march with.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, they were like, we're going to need you to carry this.
Just do it.
And so I don't have a lot of artistic from that aspect in me. I do find art behind a camera lens, and I do enjoy that, and I've come to know that. But I was captivated by it, and our friend Kim Little, the EDC director in Coleman, Texas, she was like, oh, this is done by my friend Cal. You would love her. She stays at my house all the time. She's just this gypsy. She just rolls into town. She'll be here for a little while, and then she just rolls out. And so she's done these murals and all these other murals around town. We definitely want those highlighted in our videos. And so we ended up making these videos, and I think I even then went and found you on social media, took a picture of one of them and posted it and like tagged you in it. But Kim was like, I want to connect you to Cal. And so Kim connected us. Yeah. And I don't really like remember first conversations, but like I know we kind of messaged one another a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so just to backtrack just a little bit on your story, while you guys were building that up and y'all's production road and in your own show and all these things for how many years up until then?
We were probably close to about 8 years in, maybe, or so.
Yeah,
8 years in, working together, small, like your own, owning everything with this crew and this show. And then I was doing the same thing with my murals. So I about this at that time had been probably traveling around the state for probably maybe 4 years, maybe at that time 4 or 5 years, and doing these murals in small towns. And like these were truly my experiences of when I was in these towns. You know, like I really was that gypsy girl coming in, spending time there. People would have me over to dinner, want to show me the best of the behind the scenes of their treasures of their town, right?
Yeah.
So this was like my real life. This is my real life. Like this is really truly who I am, what I do. And so when we got introduced, it was pretty funny because we talked and Kim was like, Cal, you mentioned like you may want to do a TV show one day. Let me introduce you to Brad. Like Brad is amazing. He has a TV show. So when we started talking, it was one of those things of like, yeah, that sounds great. And it was like 4 years later. It was like 3 or 4 years of being Facebook friends before you messaged me back and said, it's time. Like, I really want to do this show.
Yeah, because we kind of had more talks about it. And then I think like I saw your art in other places and I was like,
this girl ain't giving up that dream.
Well, I was just like, yeah, she's going to continue to paint. But I'm like, I feel like people will watch this because we begin to have like some conversations about concept, like of the concept of what a show would look like.
Yeah.
And we were like, what if it's like, it's this art, history, fixer-upper, all rolled into one. Like it's all of these, you know, revitalization, art, history, fun, culture, like it's all wrapped up into one. And we highlight these towns and we're like, man, I think that's a great idea. I think we can do it. And so when we started having some conversations about what it would look like, and I would say this too, that I feel like you have a gift, and not just with painting, but you have a gift of making people feel important. Like that is a gift that you have. And so and that doesn't just come across in person, but that comes across even on screen. That you make people feel important. Like you make them feel like they are, like you're 100% in on what it is they're talking about, they're doing. Like it's a gift. Like you make people feel important and cared for. And I was like, this will come across on screen, and you're like, hey, I'm ready. Let's do it. But we had one problem.
The redhead.
The old redhead. Yeah. Adam, do you remember when I came to you the first time? Because this was a conversation that we had probably...
That's what I was about to say. Like I remember towards the beginning, and you're like, man, remember that painting and mural and the one in Coleman? And yeah. Well, I really think that we could make some kind of show with the girl that does those things and stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Can we go back to work? Yeah, and it was one of those things where it's like, this is not, it wasn't a quick, like, hey, I got this thing, let's do it right now. There was a slow burn to get through it. And, in the end, like, I believe everything always works out the way it's supposed to work out. Like, God's got his plan. And we're just
the workout was entrapment. Let's just be real honest. So Adam kept saying, we don't have time. We don't have time.
We didn't.
We still don't.
We still don't
have time to do this.
Time is, that's the great thing that runs from you. But
right.
Yes.
And so he just said, Brad, I think it's a great idea. I think it's great. I think Cal sounds like she's, it sounds like she's awesome.
And we hadn't
She's
met.
Talented. Yeah, we hadn't met. Had we ever met?
We had met.
We met once.
Yeah, once. But me and Adam have not met.
But y'all hadn't met.
No.
And
I
so
never talked to Cal. I never, no interaction.
No, like
whatsoever.
nothing. Nothing.
It's just
whatsoever.
third hand from you and the conversations you've had, and kind of poking and prodding and figuring out exactly how it could work and all that kind of stuff.
And you were just like, Brad, I remember you being like, Brad, it sounds like it's a great idea. She's super talented. We just don't have time.
And I remember one of our conversations, I was like, it sounds great. Like, how? Like, tell me how. How? And I don't know. It's just like,
I was like, I don't know, but
I don't know, but I feel like it would be a good thing to do. And it's like, well, something has to give. And,
right.
And it's just kind of at that point, it was kind of like, it mellowed out to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And so we had, do you remember where we were filming at? We were working for somebody's economic development.
Was it Ballinger?
No.
I don't remember where. We were in Texas.
We were in Texas.
Close to Abilene, which is
Somewhat
where I was
close
at.
to Abilene. And we were driving back, and and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to stop at Abilene? Like, there's
good places all over the place."
Yeah, and you were like, and Adam has never turned down food,
no,
ever. Adam's a foodie, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, man, let's go to Abilene." I was like, "All right, I know a place I'm gonna take you to." And so we park out front of this place. We walk in, and guess who's sitting waiting on us?
Ta-da!
Cal was there.
And immediately I was like, I have been duped.
Yeah, I have been duped. Where's the tacos? Yeah, that was great.
He was duped. And so we went in, and obviously he's like, "Hey, Cal, nice to meet you." And
I mean, I was at that point, I was like, man, this is great and everything, but they ain't changed my mind. Like,
yeah,
just because, like, it, but, you talked and stuff. And then you sit there as a filmmaker, you start to hear stories that you literally watch come to life in front of you. And you know that it could be something that other people would enjoy, that would take things away from it. And it's not just even just your show. I mean, it's in films that I've been a part of, other things. And you see so much potential and the ability to create great content and inspire people to do something larger than themselves. And I just remember sitting there going like, dadgummit, like, we don't have time for this. But now, like, something's going to have to move because we've got to do this. Like, we literally have to do this because it'll be so good to do. And there's video of it. I don't remember if it was you or it was you.
It was me. I was filming.
Sitting there filming it.
And it was when Cal knew it, too. Like, Cal's like going, she's over there being like, it's happening.
because I started crying talking about it, and didn't he like kind of
oh,
like?
no, yeah, there was emotions.
There was emotions.
Yeah.
There was a moment. We had a moment.
We did have a moment.
We had a real moment, and then that's when he was like, like.
Oh no, he's like bent over in his hand. He's like his hands over his face, and he's just like, oh my gosh, like I see it. Adam, bro, are we doing this? We're doing it, man.
Remember this face, Adam.
Oh, it's just too much.
He's in. It's gonna be so good, and it's like painfully he's admitting. It's like, it's gonna be so good. Oh, we have to do it, but like it was a moment of just.
It's just, that. And with everything that we've done up until this point has worked out, and it's been great, and we've made time, and it's also provided new opportunities for us as far as like meeting new people and other people that are talented and skilled, that either in editing or even just like the crew members that we use now today. It's provided so many new opportunities through that, where like at the time you're like, how are we going to do it? It's like, I don't know, but we'll figure it out, and you get to learn along the way and produce something that's going to help, like I said, inspire people to do something that's larger than themselves. Or they may think like, I want to do things like what Cal does. It's like, well, I could do it because Cal did it. Like, let's go for it.
100%. Because it's like we as human beings on this earth are all given some kind of gift or talent or ways or ideas or dreams. And it's like, that is so unique to each of us. And just, that's what we're supposed to do here. We're not supposed to take things so seriously. We're not supposed to be like, it's perfect. I got to be the greatest, the best, everything's got to work out. You just go, you just do. You do because that's what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to live your life, right? And you're supposed to, if you have gifts, you're supposed to share them. You're supposed to express them. You're supposed to reach down in the hand of your neighbor or your friend and say, come on, let's go do this. Don't just sit inside your house and watch life go by. Like, who cares? Who cares? Let's go.
That's one of the things that in this episode, kind of learning about you and some of your background and your history, like one of my things that I enjoy the most is how you say, like, I'm not the greatest artist.
No.
Like, that's certainly not it, but it's not about me. And that's what intrigued me so much with the deal is, like, it has never seemed or appeared to me to be about you. It's always appeared to be about building something else outside of you with the gifts and talents that your God-given gifts and talents that he's bestowed on you, and you're going to do something with them to better communities, people, these towns. And it's always been about that. And that's, I think everybody else can see that too and say, like, that's the part that I enjoy and want to be a part of.
I think if in anyone in the world, I think we all have experienced like pain, hardships, traumas of life, you know, like it is hard. Like, that's the thing about life. Like, it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy road. Like, we have our cross to carry through this. And you see people's lights get dimmed. You see people get down upon themselves during that journey. And for me personally, I will openly say, like, I was not a broken person, but life had broken me down to the point that it had humbled me so much that I don't attach myself to what I'm doing. Like, it's not about me because I don't matter in that way. It's about each other. It's about I don't want anyone else to feel that way. I don't want everyone else to feel like anything that they want to do, that they have to have some degree on the wall, or they have to have someone else saying how amazing they are. No, just go express, just go be beautiful. Just let me see your joy. Let me see you smile from your heart. And that's the thing, is like, I don't care. You know, you said earlier about like each person that you meet is special and unique. If you can't find something interesting about the person in front of you, there's not anything wrong with them. It's wrong with you.
You're blind. Because
everyone's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is fascinating, right? And we get a chance to meet all these characters that make up this
and we really
crazy thing.
Have. Like, I think back on some of the people that you'll see, and even some people that didn't make some of the episodes. Like, you remember when we were filming the intro for the show, and you were looking at that blank wall, and that guy comes across, and he's wearing all denim.
Yeah.
That long sleeve shirt. And he's like, what are you guys doing? He's an older gentleman. We began to kind of tell him, and he was like, he grew up in this town, and he was talking about sneaking into the rafters, sneaking onto the roof, coming into the movie theater, and then watching movies from the attic at the movie theater. Like, he had just like these crazy stories, and we've really met some incredible characters along the way. Like, we really have. Everybody's interesting.
And the thing is like, you know, you get a lot of, like, you guys at the TV show, Hunting TV show, or the fact that we're making this TV show, there's a lot of people that get shine for saying, like, oh, you have a really cool job, you have a really cool gig. But these people have incredible lives, too. You know what I mean? Like I'm fascinated when they tell their stories and stuff like that within that. And you know, everyone matters, truly. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what it just really boils down to, is everyone matters, and we just need to all remind each other of that in some way, shape, or form.
And that comes back to what we were talking about. A gifting that you have is making people all feel important. Mm-hmm. And I think that comes through in the episodes. I think that comes through in just, it's just a gift that you have. It really is. And so, you know, as people tune in and watch Cal's Hometown Revival, I think that's one of the things that they'll pick up on is the fact that you love people, and you love what you do, and you love the interactions that it brings about, the relationships that come from it.
Yeah, like, let's say yes more. Let's say yes to fun more. Let's say which take all the stuff out that's not spending time with each other and having joy with each other.
See, Adam, that's what you needed to do.
That's what I needed to do. Yeah. I mean,
Have fun more.
Eat tacos, say yes more.
It is one of my favorite things that I hear Cal does say quite a bit, not even just within the show and on camera, but even outside of that, is like, make space for the things that actually matter.
Yeah.
Like, that's important. And it's something that we can get caught up in. It's like, more's never going to be enough. It's like, what do you have that you have in front of you that's the most important thing? And it's the relationships with the people. It's what I'm going to do. That's what I'll be remembered by. And so I love that that's one of the things, again, like when we sat in that restaurant and I listened to you and talk about it, those are the things that came across was make time for what's most important. And I feel like the world's getting pushed away from that, and I want to make something that draws them back into that, because it's at the end of the day, that's one of the things that matters.
It's the biggest lie that we are sold to, everybody's sold to, is that more and more and more is going to make us happy, and we're going to find ourselves in that, and it's the opposite. I love the Stoic quote that nothing is enough for the person to whom enough is too little. So if you aren't satisfied with the shirt on your back and the people around you and a beautiful sunset and a warm cup of coffee, there isn't anything in the world that's going to make you satisfied. Mm-hmm. So just stop. Be still.
Adam didn't even start drinking coffee till about 2 years
Nope.
You're a miserable soul. I don't want to do the show with Cal. No. Do you want a cup of coffee? No. Like there was a lot of no in your life.
There's a lot of no in my life. Yeah,
and guess what, buddy? There's a lot more yes.
There's a lot of things.
There's a lot more yes. We're so excited to bring Cal's Hometown Revival to life. We're so excited to partner with you because you've had, even since we began that talk, you've had other people approach you and say, hey, they're in, TV, and say, hey, I think we could do this TV show with you. And you have said, and I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Go ahead.
You
Caligula.
Oh, gosh. We didn't even talk about that.
Can we talk about that?
I
That
don't
has
know
to be
if
on
that-
the exclusive behind the scenes.
That's for the executive producer sponsorship thing that we talked about.
Okay,
boy.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hijack that, but when you said words in your mouth, I had to say it. So go ahead.
That's an inside joke.
Ask
Someday
us about it.
that you'll have to just talk to us about. So there you go.
We need that guy to just pass away so that we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And when that happens and we're free from lawsuit,
We
Yes.
will talk. We'll tell
Oh,
that story.
my.
Such a great story.
it is
But
a
go
great.
ahead.
Yes, I like how that rolls off my tongue.
Oh yes. So much bad.
Anyway, but you said I don't want to do this with anybody else.
Heck no. Listen, these are my people, these guys that, salt of the earth, human beings. They've been best friends. You've worked together. We're best friends. We're a family. Our crew, the people who work on our crew, are family. And we have done this grassroots. We didn't have a budget. We have the towns have helped fund these things.
Individuals.
Individuals have given money to this. Yeah. And I mean, we are just going, can we make it through? Come on, we can do this, right? Let's get it across the finish line. And now
Sometimes,
we're looking at...
I'm going, no, we cannot.
But we're having so much fun. But it's been so much work. But we're having so much fun.
Did you hear him say no again?
Yeah. So many no's. But the thing is no, because listen, this thing may bomb. This show may bomb. It is not about being famous. It was about having a passion project about what we're talking about, that there's meaning behind this.
Yeah.
And who cares? Who cares what it does? But the last thing I'm going to do is go take money from a network where they say, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. No, we're wanting to make it real. Take it or leave it, guys. Take it or leave it.
That's right. And that's what we've done. And we're pretty proud of it.
Yeah. You will not see another show that is more real, more lively, and literally... literally, we show our crew. Nothing's hidden. And
we're making a show.
We go to some really cool places. This is from one of the places that we went right now. We are living out the life of this show.
And when we go in to make an episode, literally we make an outline, not a script, because there's so much that is unseen because we're going to these places, interact with these people. You just can't script it. And so it's a lot of off the cuff. It really is, and it's fun.
And
We're
I
having a
feel
great
like
time
y'all
doing
don't even want to half the time. You're like, just keep rolling. Follow her. Go.
it. Exactly. Exactly. If she falls out of the plane, fine. Film it. You know, whatever it is. If she crashes this $130,000 car, keep filming.
Those are all teasers. Look, watch out for it.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much action.
And that's what we've said, you know, as this thing grows and as we're talking about doing, you know, season 2, season 3, the dream behind it, you know, it's like there's so many cool things to go experience that I'm just a tour guide. I'm just showing you, I know this magic exists in these places.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just showing you that you too can go noodling, you know what I mean? Or whatever. You can go drive race cars. You can go do whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
And have a great time.
Climb into a crocodile pit.
Why not?
It's the one thing that kind of bonds everybody together. No matter the size of the place, everybody has their hometown.
That's
and
right.
everybody has what's special in their hometown. And so, like, that's one common thing that we all have, no matter where you're from, whether it's the other side of the globe or from the middle of Texas. You've got a hometown, and I think you're a good person to take and tour them around it.
Thanks.
I do too. I'm excited about it. And so we would love for you to follow us on social media. You can follow Cal's Hometown Revival on Twitter, Instagram, which I guess I keep saying Twitter. It's X. I'm sorry. Shows my age.
Sorry,
it's X?
Elon.
It is X.
I don't know how to use X. I don't know how to tweet Twitter.
Yeah.
So what does that mean
X.
now?
I don't know
So
how to.
tweeting you X?
Yeah, you X.
I got to write an X?
But you can follow us on social media, and we'd love for you to do that. Also, Cal's rocking a little bit of merch. We've got our Cal's Hometown Revival merchandise as well. That's a great way to support us and what we're doing. As Cal mentioned, this is very grassroots. And
Super
so
grassroots.
going and purchasing some Cal's Hometown Revival merchandise is a great way to support what we're doing.
CalsHometownRevival.com.
That's right, calshometownrevival.com. And then also we'd love for you to make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We've got a lot more content coming, and we're really, really, really excited to share with you the rest of Season 1 of Cal's Hometown Revival.
Comment down below and let us know your hometown. How about that? Look,
Yeah. And
comment.
where are you from?
We have to comment.
Comment.
Where are you from?
And what's cool to do there?
And what's cool in your town?
And if you want to be on the show, email us. Let us know.
We got a contact form on the website.
Yeah, you can let us know if your community would like to be on the show. We'd love to have a conversation with them.
What kind of uncomfortable things can you guys make me do next?
We hope you guys have enjoyed our behind the scenes.
Does anybody have a skydiving business?
There we go. Hey, we hope you've enjoyed this behind the scenes. I don't even know what we want to call it. Behind the scenes.
Behind the mural.
Behind the mural.
Behind the mural.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it.
not
Learning a
gonna
little bit about some of the coming together of how this has all come about. And we'll see you on the next one.
Come join the family and follow us on all of our social media. Roll it!
Strut your stuff.